Prime Minister Narendra Modi will hold delegation-level talks with Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi in Cairo today. Several agreements are likely to be signed following the talks. The Prime Minister will also visit Al-Hakim Mosque and Heliopolis War Cemetery. Mr. Modi reached Cairo yesterday on his first visit to Egypt, after successfully concluding his state visit to the US. He was received by the Egypt Prime Minister upon arrival and given a guard of honor. He was also given a rousing welcome at the hotel by the Indian diaspora. Prime Minister Narendra Modi held a meeting with the newly set up India unit in the Egyptian cabinet, headed by Egyptian counterpart Mustafa Madbouli. 7 cabinet ministers and senior officials were present in the round-table meeting held in Cairo. Discussions focused on deepening cooperation across a range of areas including trade and investment, renewable energy, green hydrogen, digital payment platforms, pharma and people-to-people ties. Prime Minister thanked Egypt for setting up this dedicated high-level India unit and appreciated the whole-of-government approach. The Prime Minister also met Grand Mufti of Egypt, Prof. Shawki Ibrahim Alam. They discussed the strong cultural and people-to-people relations between India and Egypt. Discussions also focused on issues related to social and religious harmony in society and countering extremism and radicalization. The Grand Mufti appreciated Mr. Modi's leadership in fostering inclusivity and pluralism. The Prime Minister conveyed that India would set up a Centre of Excellence in IT at the Dar al-Ifta under the Ministry of Social Justice of Egypt. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also held a fruitful meeting with Hassan Alam, CEO of Hassan Alam Holding Company, one of the largest Egyptian companies operating in West Asia and North African region. MA spokesperson Arindam Bagchi said, possibilities of forging closer cooperation with Indian companies in renewable energy, green hydrogen, infrastructure and construction sectors were discussed. After the meeting, Mr. Alam said, "We have a lot to learn from India's private sector." He said, under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, India's private sector grew tremendously in the world of infrastructure, engineering and manufacturing. Mr. Modi also met Egyptian author and petroleum strategist Tarek Hegi in Cairo. The discussion covered issues related to global geopolitics, energy security, radicalism and gender equality. Prime Minister Narendra Modi held a warm conversation with 2 young prominent yoga instructors, Reem Jabak and Nada Adel, in Cairo. Mr. Modi praised them for their commitment to yoga and encouraged them to visit India. In his interaction with members of the Indian community, Mr. Modi lauded the community for their contribution towards strengthening India-Egypt ties. In a tweet, he said, "People from Egypt wearing Indian dresses was noteworthy and truly a celebration of the shared cultural linkages." The Prime Minister expressed confidence that this visit will strengthen India's ties with Egypt. More from our correspondent. President of Egypt Abdel Fattah el-Sisi was the chief guest at the Republic Day celebrations this year. India's partnership with Egypt was elevated to a strategic partnership during his visit. Since then there have been an intense level of ministerial-level political exchanges between the two countries. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh and Environment Minister Bhupender Yadav have travelled to Egypt. Similarly, at least 3 to 4 ministers from the Egyptian government have also visited India. This shows the extent of the very sharp focus that both India and Egypt are placing on strengthening all aspects of the bilateral relationship. Egypt has also been invited as a special guest during India's G20 presidency. Suparna Sakia, Akashvani News, Delhi.